the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
In the course of the week, and I some kakrabe told ya about Ukraine man penyini Zelensky, someone na okotwetwe ewo, in fact in the social media handle, that is X. Now all children say there's been a very cordial conversation between his outfit and a Ghana man penyini, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Na Zelensky ya oye Ukraine man penyini etwere de ka ho se enkomodie no niam apiapie mu bi eye kwan ya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abona no hoba se oman Ghana ye beboa ne finance the production of drones by Ukraine. Ebio se ye je adwenkyere edia free Ukraine for enchen with respect to experiences awomanya from war with Russia. After how Ukraine beboa to tighten our security at our borders. And after going into agriculture mechanization yade. Vagana for the donano anti and seven yasi ma bibrina raise eyebrows say. Yenim say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will close ties with Russia and Vladimir Putin as such. Enunti and I'll call her lunch my first coup d'etat. The book last year in the Russian language. And yet day in the nadia. Ukraine man penyini Zelensky edi sansem yibetudwa na eno na seasoned journalist renowned pan-africanist ya was sign the editor in chief of the Inside newspaper Kwesi Pra Jr. editudwa say adia President Volodymyr Zelensky no one opese will undermine Ghana's long-standing non-aligned foreign policy championed by Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. 2. Opesa will export to Ghana into troubles. Na eyeni ya say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama fall prey to the ekosu. Kwesi Jr. signed to just say Zelensky, in fact, I choose Ghana as one of his export destinations to sow seeds of mistrust and undermine the non-aligned foreign policy advocated by Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And some American no Kwesi Pra Jr. actually as an article ewo the Inside newspaper dimu owie no was sign up publish it ewo ne X handle the one American can free to we enye audio mabo e dia mawati. To me go straight to the article na ma quote no na the this fantasy chiri achiri mu. Sharing this same article on his formerly Twitter page, that is X page, Kwesi Pra Jr. alleged that Zelensky had recently called President John Dramani Mahama to discuss ongoing projects originally initiated with former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Kwesi noted that unlike Akufo-Addo, President Mahama has maintained a neutral stance, advocating for immediate and permanent ceasefires in both the Russia-Ukraine and Israel-Gaza conflicts. Zelensky is fully aware of this, Pratt said. Yet, he unilaterally decided to publicize the private conversation with His Excellency John Mahama on his X page. More troubling, according to Mr. Pratt, was the Ukrainian embassy in Accra reposting Zelensky's statement. He argued that this act risks dragging Ghana into Ukraine's conflict with Russia and tarnishes Mahama's image as a neutral actor seeking dialogue between the alliance of Sahel states and ECOWAS. Zelensky's tweet claimed Ghana was interested in Ukrainian technology, including drone production, and that Ghana was ready to finance such initiatives. He further stated that Ukraine would assist Ghana in securing its borders. But Mr. Pratt questioned the logic. What sense does it make for Mr. Mahama to finance Ukraine's drone production with Ghana's money when we can't even settle our $3.7 billion power sector debt? Mr. Pratt also added that we are taxing the ordinary Ghanaian 1 Ghana cedi per liter to be able to enjoy stable electricity, but we have the money to finance the production of Ukrainian drones. What at all does this sense come from? He again added that just the day before, President Mahama had announced the austerity measures, including cancelling fuel allowances for political appointees so as to save money for the development of this country. So a country that is at crossroads, how then do we finance Ukraine's drone production? This doesn't make sense. Mr. Pratt also raised concerns about Ukraine's offer to help Ghana secure its borders. Secure Ghana borders from whom? Our security threats stem not from our neighboring government, but from terrorist groups that Ukraine is assisting in the Sahel, he warned. He asked how Mahama could maintain trust with the leaders of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger if Ghana is ready to fund drone production, these same drones Ukraine has been using to fight against troops of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. As for their proposal to deepen ties in agro-industry and food logistics in Ghana, the least said about it, the better, he added. According to Mr. Pratt, Ukraine, reliant on international aid, cannot credibly offer economic salvation to Ghana. Over the last 3 years, Ukraine has received about $280 billion in assistance, including $199.6 billion in military aid alone from the United States. He revealed, how can such a country be of help to Ghana? Mr. Pratt called on Ghanaians to resist any attempt by Mahama to embroil the country in foreign conflict, emphasizing Zelensky must be stopped from exporting the chaos in Ukraine to Ghana. His support for Sahel terrorists has already caused enough problems, and we are not ready for additional problems. He dared Mr. Mahama to end any form of bilateral relationship with Mr. Zelensky. Mr. Pratt also raised concerns in an overwhelming overreach by the Ukrainian embassy and a disturbing attempt by the Ukrainian embassy to manipulate Ghana's free press. He concluded by urging the country to stay vigilant, especially the foreign minister, the Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa. Ghana must remain committed to the non-aligned principles that have long safeguarded our sovereignty. Tiyera kwesi prat na ichire mu se sa sam earlier on ebeto dwa efree Yewra Zelensky the social media handle na ichire se one His Excellency John Mahama di nkomo na John Mahama ayi na adwene se obe finance the production of drones by Ukraine no ohuru nyansa bi ewom bi wo yete oman mu ya ye dika over $3.7 billion in energy sector enkwaka yentumi ntua ye de etoa beto oman yi so se 1 liter of fuel bia no Ghana ni bia ntua 1 Ghana cedi 4.5 Ghana cedis per gallon aden ya ye per stable electricity ya wo IMF ya ye pa bosia de akikiro man yi then no man you want hear me say Ukraine for boss say be bomb in the production of their drone. This same drone are more they kontokwa in the Sahel regions. Yeah, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and no mokaka. They according to Mr. Pratt, Nsem-Pii. Now say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama yana you say. Oni ye Zelensky be kambo mo di djuma bia. If Ghana for say sorry. Na ye tu ye na de simoni etia. Sa say ye mpentokwa bia. Ye tia na kasa ya sunyo ye. Na yakope ntokwa with Ukraine because ye nim ntokwa ida Ukraine and Russia in term. Tisansami ena Yewra Kwesipra Junior Edi Atudja ewa ne X handle formerly Twitter page and afi ewa newspaper of friend the Insight newspaper na ewa se hufru
otufo a ono ontufo enkekam te said ye mo mama nyuko no mu na binimu ka se obi ye backing dog no south ase ono okotufo a onte na se bi otumifu ofie ne ba ne me na de papa ka kire me ne mantie ne ma bi so kra me metumi aka ne ma bi won mo ka kire me sometime bi a mantie kwa kire me ko ne mo ka e o se me ka kire wo na wantie nti so otufo ana ya mfa futuo no anya dwuma a you can't blame him but onyo bi a kakra me nimfa ne ho ene de waboa mama ben no ehu no onmu na niwu asem ho sabi on trase mam mo fran we nanka na yakobu akokan nanka we fo a yabuna ka ho bi enti eno no de unni background to all the issues nti mesere say ye be ye no afri ho no and I don't think say as we even speak now wakana no atum nkomodie bia oni obinum kodi ya na enye meant for the public and what be are okay now of course it is to tell you that onyo obi a okana no tum anaso ye hufo na akoka say otena say ye hwe ha na nema bi kokoso anase yi eno no nya ye friend say someone na me pese me kiremu na chairman general
yes kwabra
assembly na wo ho
ka chere me
MPP fo nhyehyɛ ne say wo mo ye afibia conference anase wo mama nyokuo no obia woto aba wo mu ewo wo mo nhyehyɛ mu no o mo bu kokohyia faako etoto ensem adwene party no enti afi wo mo beye na afi de no emse nsusuye binum akoso a o mo pese o mo ye wo mo mra no mu nsakyraye ana wo mo de atudwa na de o mo de tudwa no se o mo mani nyina ate enye o mo mani nyina nete ye anase o mo de tudwa no mani nyina ne kokan ye sometimes you can make the information available but amount from kokan wan kokan no no bebo kwadu se wan fa tudwa eno nyina no ena adidi mu a wo mo ayese eye ena na se kina ena o mu ye nhyiamu
ocha
ha na de meti ye kakra afri wafide ya so one eye minua kuma JFK edi nkomodwo ada no
yeah
aha ama o kiremu nhihia o mu aye one na ye no na boache so e kasae ena ne so wosane na kasa
ene na me na boache kasa
oh okay ama ono so de atudwa ne am so kan committee no
oh vice
one the senior Joe so kasai
me Joe wise do no yeah
and ni nyina no metie de ekowie nyina ne say papa e de nsem bi kodan wo e fa nhihia wo mu ye no no mo papa de koma wo mu because onim say e sa committee no se otie na no de sem say de odwen e fa ne ma no wo mu susu ye no wo ma ye say wo mbe tu nipa ma wo ne no kra kodi nkomo e wo pa say ontumi makra na kwan wo betumi afa so ne abefo kwan so nsem ese so de ma wo mo no oka e de ma wo mo na nche ye so mo ye ade bi o mo friend no say Patriotic Institute amo friends say
yeah
omu she bibia free ideological institute abre no so omu kasa tia
omu kasa tia omu sin kruma nyo
yes it's very essential you see ideological purity is important to the sustenance and development of any political system so on mine as say ye nya adwene mu entiase efa de ye ho enti omo ye no papa kokasaye and me catch me say papa na o ya friend say minua kuma maleba don't say but he gave a very powerful speech there far reaching and beyond ni party no say amanyo samo ye wo Ghana he send ye si ye no kraba ne wom na minim se minia ayi amafi is kra mo tie de papa kan sada no obi abefa bibia afiri mu say ye sia na ya yo ese say ye principled na ye di ehuni ahunini ane sabi de ye be kan say discipline say obebo ho mbode say de wo se wo ye no obeye eno pepepe me fi say eno no nyina da na di say okamu bi omo ye hihia but enyama ni bi won ma me nyini say asamanyukuo no ese say omo twen so ma papa be kasa ansana ese da ne omo ko ne na ase evisa wo hwemu abakose mu no Chairman General throughout the history of that tradition from the Northern People's Party through the Ghana Congress Party to the National Liberation Movement through NLM now about Ganshifumokwe, Togoland Congress Party, now about United Party, now about Progress Party, now about PFP. UNC there, I don't think it is so much their tradition, but they can claim it. Because if you look at
it's members of their tradition who went and formed you.
Not all of them.
Well, it was a mix.
It was a mix. UNC, if you look at it properly. So when you say now, me want to say don't get you.
Oh, sir.
He was deputy to Akufo-Addo.
Interesting.
UNC, no, but whatever it is, no, that tradition, former President Kufuor is the first in that tradition's history to lead them into a general election victory in 2000.
That's a fact.
Onya nipa and Oyesadiano on 2 successive terms, leading you in both presidential and parliamentary. Enti ana oye niema binum so a enne ya me ne ka say in my view Kwame the best president under this 4th republic thus far. Enti ebano in terms of diplomacy, international network, wayama ayi every say minya ayi Amafi East ayi omo party me of educator, they have learned to democratize. So and then NDC has bought into the principles of democracy. As you say, you know, democratic chair, but it's also a question of the falling standards of leadership. If you say across board, not limited to the MPP alone, but even within the NDC, we need more issues across the political divide in the country, any national institutions. And yet, party no kwa MPP, but as a country, no, Papa, His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor is an institution.
Stand still.
I say you see any ma be free no hono na ye tie no na futu sem ene ne direction awo.
Onim Ken Anku.
Aye.
Onim ne pa.
Asi o tie me.
Tell my nephew Kabila I say he's shouting la. He should calm down, tone down.
I'm down.
So Uncle Ken Anku,
yes.
Your nephew says ayohe.
Na me fire no.
Oh.
Yeah. Me fi say ochina no ye be wish omo well.
Okay.
The akoso no me the way can e dey atwam say political party organization e to da e den pa. Me be acting general secretary of CPP mu 2018. Na party no default to ono any constitutional from electoral area to the national MSO be atem Peace FM. And we had to put together a mechanism ebema party na sustain. Into the program akọ from electoral area to constituencies you do region. Sabre no so 2019 ya create your friends saying regions are akọ 16. Chairman General, regional conferences within 14 days. You do Western Regional, you say obedient dash never say. And the electoral commission say you several womu into omu nyebi. As acting general secretary, I became the electoral commissioner who conducted my elections because per every rule of the party, no, we were within the means to do it. And tia some na mi buza say injunction ya omo so omo file ya. Matthew Cross say omo lawyers so omo file on their behalf no ba kon say onim ho hwe. Ana ba kon aka no so
Shamsuddin Idris was your name.
Omo several party no ana.
Nana bi so omo sankan.
Omo sankan ye dia na che say enya dia itimi si wo mo ho kwan ese se na wo hwa afin so se ade kra anka ya serve wo mo a chairman general there are two school of thoughts at two cognate courts of appeal ba ko say ye serve injunction a constitute injunction ba ko so say ye serve injunction until say ya move ama court to grant no enye injunction na chairman general obeka ya nanu ya ye chief justice mame tokuno
that's true, yeah.
So on filing injunction application no committee no madam for me senior comrade me new premier me lord Pomadanui. The committee went ahead to meet, notwithstanding the fact that they have been served with an injunction. That's a very recent case I refer to. Intia no crano senke serve woman ke bibi e but we crowd they say yati say yen serve woman na say womu etimi koso eye mati say womu nkrofo bi free amano ne ade aba chama je na me di we wie amanyosemu in politics kasa eye ade a ehia pa asemu a wo beka wo hia wo nua no aka afa wo nua ho afa wo amanyuko ho na wo hia untumi nsisu biom no eni se woka chairman general
Ifa
bebre akansam afa wo mu nuanom ho anopai kra me na me ne ayimi nua pani ba ko edi sankomo no ansem bi otro ma me enche kra na me send man back no all catch them say we hear Christopher die ye nyama ne ka na enko yes we are invited to do that as Christians but can we not avoid using words yankasa ochina yentimi hwe nipa nanim yensan ka bi mu ana Jacob ngoma no etimi yensan chichemu enum ni nsia wo se tetrema ya de ketekete bi a kwame
yeah
etimi hye kwaye
true
eye nipa akwa bi a ya ketekete a etimi sai niema hye akwaye mebusam eye tidu wotwe chichemu du ba kono wo se wo ne nkwa ejina tekrema so the power
of life
is to the effect of life and death. Nti mesre say yen hwe yie ni titru yen a ye say ye wododo mu a ye ayi amanyo ana ye di oman eyo ehudwuman yen kai say